Hi, I'm Clay Johnson, and I'm an executive coach and interventionist. I help remarkable people get and stay clean and sober, and I help people who've been through it all build amazing lives for themselves. Let's talk about interventions. How I do interventions is a bit differently than how you might have seen it happen on television. I'm not interested in throwing your friend the world's worst surprise party. In a traditional intervention, we get a group of friends together, often behind our loved one's back, and we surprise them. We use this element of surprise to cajole them into going to treatment, and we say, you better go to treatment or we're going to kick your butt out of here. If your goal is to get someone to go to treatment, then I suppose that this is an option, but there are a lot of flaws with this model. The first one is that if we're tired of someone lying to us, we can't convince them to be honest by tricking them. The second is that it places a lot of blame, shame, and guilt on someone who's very sick. And while, yes, that loved one has probably done you wrong, is more shame really going to make things right? And then finally, it gives the family no resources or abilities or strengths in order to handle this going down the road. And without those skills, addiction is likely to flourish in the family again if we're not careful. If a sick person comes home to the same dynamic that they left, it's very likely that they'll go back out. The goal isn't to get your loved one into treatment. The goal is to get your loved one well. My goal is to get your loved one into long-term stable recovery and to prevent this disease from being passed on to future generations. We'll use treatment as one of the many tools in our arsenal in order to accomplish this. But the primary tool will be your own family's strengths and resiliencies. It will be converting your family into a network of support for your loved ones and for you. So, instead of a lousy surprise party, we'll take them out of the center of the circle and invite them to a seat at the table. We'll run a restorative and transparent process that will transform your family into a network of support from which they can launch their recovery. While your loved one is in treatment, we'll work together as a family to heal. We'll meet weekly to discuss the treatment plan and to figure out what resources each family needs in order to make the family strong and resilient. And we'll do it all online so that the most people can attend these meetings from the safest, most convenient, and comfortable places possible, and so that I can draw on a nationwide list of resources, not just the ones in your neighborhood. By the end of this process, your family will be able to meet on its own. It'll want to meet on its own. It'll be a more tightly knit and communicative group of warm and loving people with strengths and resiliencies in order to handle life's difficulties. There's a bit of a blessing here. See, families go through a metamorphosis. Instead of being stoic, cold, maybe resentful groups of people, they turn into networks of support, not just for your loved one, but for one another. You're able to carry each other through life's struggles in new ways. And many people look back at this moment and are grateful for it. I know that's hard for you to believe right now. It was hard for me to believe too, but I'm telling you it's possible. The best way to get started is to just send me a text message, or you can pick up the phone and call. My first call is free, and I'll go through what our options are. I'll hear your story, and we'll figure out how to proceed. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.